First game is going to be Rogue Voltage. Listen to that. That audio is actually fantastic. And look at the graphics on that. Yeah, the sounds are super high quality. Look at the lighting when it goes through, too. Spent a lot of time on that, for sure. I'm going to play the tutorials. The year is 3000 and something. Always good. Yeah, Devin chat. The world. Well. Let's say it's gotten pretty much destroyed. The few survivors of the Gravistrophe live in scattered campsites. Oh, dude, that's cool. Hold up. The modular rack. In Rogue Voltage, you construct machines from modules that you wire together. This is the part that really got me about your guys' game, by the way. Modules run on energy points. Some generate it, some amplifiers store it, and others consume it for effects. Connect modules by placing wires between input and output. Jacks of matching colors. Boop. Oh, Gravistrophe is pretty good. Yeah, the art is very dope. Connect modules by placing wires between input and output, like we just did there, and then we can run it. Isn't that freaking rad? In the backpack, you can store modules and exchange them between characters. Take the healing potion in your rack, but you don't have to use it just yet. We can put it out, but we don't need to use it. Got it. We're going to use this for the gun, this blaster right here. And we can move that around, and we're just going to fire it, because this will heal for... will be destroyed after activation, so I'm going to wait. Nice. Take the loot module into your rack. It's an amplifier. Changes the color of a current. Amplification adds +1 to the incoming energy. Will be destroyed after activation. It's like backpack battles, but also building... it's like a deck builder. It's like backpack battles, but you're building a machine. Story begins on a day like any other. Slopper Johnson. Slopper Johnson. Our post-apocalyptic parcel carrier is looking for modules to bring back to his camp. Alright, let's do it. Chain reactions. Have you noticed your cure sensor? Sensor modules react to what happens during combat. They can produce a lot of energy and allow powerful chain reactions. Let's build your first one. Let's do it! Use the healing potion with the generator. So Slopper Johnson will receive 1 healing. This will trigger the cure sensor, which will generate 1 energy. Cure sensor then generates 1 energy, and we take that over to the gun. Oh wait, no. Then we have to do this. Let's move some stuff around. Make this nice and tidy, you know? That will then activate to that, which will activate to that. Because this is where the generator starts. That heals us. The cure sensor detects that a healing took place, goes into the amplifier changes the color of it to red, and then goes into the blaster to do damage. Hey. Boop. Look how freaking sick that is, dude. I love that mechanic. Yeah, this is cool. And it amplified it, so it actually increased the damage because the amplifier ramped it up by 1. So then the blaster did 2 damage instead of 1. So you're going to build crazy chain reactions. Can be charged or discharged. And it doesn't crack. So we can just keep that thing running. So whenever we get healed, we can store in the condensator. Stores up to 2 energy throughout turns and battles, so it retains between different battles, too. You forgot your regeneration cell. Isn't it your most important module? Let's get rid of these monsters together. Ooh. Slopper Jackson. Oh, man. Move the regeneration cell into the shared backpack. Switch back to Slopper Johnson. Oh, dude. Wait. Wait, he has so many machines. What does this do? At the beginning of the turn, remove 1 stored energy to apply 1 healing to the player character with at least 1 HP. Okay. So now, wait. If we get... I have an idea. If we power this on the first turn, that will activate this, which will store energy. Then I can move this to here and connect it to there, and make it so that every turn I am generating and then condensating and then using one energy to heal myself, which will then generate another energy. Infinite healing. This is the way, Chen. This is it. Or we could just do that. Right? Wait, can only discharge and charge. Oh, I see now. We can't do both. Can only be charged or discharged. Oh, that's why you stopped me from doing it. I knew. I knew too much, too early. What if we do this? Apply gravity charge to the target. Amplification adds +1 to incoming energy. And his dual generator generates 1 energy on both output jacks on activation. That's interesting. These are going to get really complicated, aren't they? So if we do that... Oh, I wish there was a way. I wish there was a way. If I heal myself, it'll just charge the battery. I want to charge the battery. Alright. Let's go. I love that we have... Oh, look at the timeline, too. The timeline shows the succession of the upcoming turns. Now it's Slopper Johnson's turn. Afterwards, time will tick forward, and in 4 time steps, it'll be Chronocat's turn. 2 steps later, it'll be Slopper Jackson's turn. I love the way that you've done this, where it shows all of the characters that are on the board, and like how much further they are. This looks really good. I like that a lot, actually. Usually they condense it into like one go. That looks quite cool. Use this turn to charge the regeneration cell. At the beginning of Slopper Johnson's next turn, it will apply 1 healing. I'm already doing that. Wait, no. I'm doing it a different way. Yeah, okay, we're doing that. This is fine. Oop. Charged it. Why didn't that work? Wait. Accelerates combatants. Pulls them forward in the timeline. Slows down combatants. So we can do grav charge negative and pull them forward in the timeline, or grav charge positive and push them back in the timeline. Chronocat just applied +2 to Slopper Johnson, pushing this turn behind that of the Fox. That's really interesting. Slopper Jackson can also manipulate the timeline with his decelerator. Push the turn of the Fox behind that of Slopper Johnson again. This way you can defeat it before it even gets to take its turn. So you get... Effectively, you get time magic. Okay. So this one decelerates. That one does damage. There we go. So pushed him back. And then we have 1 damage. We'll do 1 damage to him there. That'll heal him up. We've now stored 1 energy in this, right? Sensor module loses all energy if not discharged by the end of the turn. Route it to the condensator, where it will be amplified and stored. Okay, done. That is already amplified, right? Because it's got +1 on it. Or does this have to go to there? Let's see. I did. Route it into there, route this to there. Okay, that's what it wants me to do. So I'm going to take the energy from our generator, fire the blaster on it, take the energy from our cure sensor, because it detected we healed ourselves, and put it in the condensator. And then we can run our regeneration cell again. Boop. Your cure sensor has overload, which means that discharging it will set it on cooldown. Okay. Modules on cooldown cannot be activated for 1 turn, and sensors will not react to triggers. And the Fox is dead. The earlier you end a battle, the better loot you will receive. The rating bar above the timeline shows how many steps you have per rating. Got it. The special rating offers rare modules, while bronze rating offers mostly scrap. Oh. Well, that is unfortunate. Pop him. Oh, wait, we can change... We can move modules between characters each turn. We can discharge the condensator, and that should now have a charge of 2 because it amplifies when it goes through. So I want it to do 2 damage because I believe he only has 2 HP left. And then we're going to wire up... Let's see... This to heal ourselves. Because we get 1 there, it'll heal me. And then this 2 turns into 2 damage because it deals 1 damage per charge that goes through. And we should be good to go. There we go. Let's get a bonus heal. Take the loot module in your rack. Plasma converter. Converts energy into valuable plasma. We have a new resource. What does plasma do? Plasma converter with a universal input jack. Jackson, we'll be rich! Put it in the backpack for now. I'll let you know when it's a good moment to use it. Alright. The strong gravioactivity in these swamps must come from the scary giant mushroom. If we keep to what we've learned, we can defeat it. Yeah, let's kick its ass. Alright, so we got Jackson first. Jackson's gonna slow down... We're gonna slow down the fox. Boop. Boop. There we go. So then Johnson will go first. The regeneration cell already went off. So we're gonna hook up that to this. We're gonna hook up that to nothing. We'll hook that to there. We're gonna have him do 1 damage using the generator onto the blaster, and then we're gonna have the condensator take our heal from last battle, and the cure sensor will then charge up the condensator. We'll be able to do 2 damage in the next turn. Yeah! And now we have a big horrible mushroom to deal with. It's not great. Push him back. So what happens if they both get their turn at the same time? Okay, it goes from the top to the bottom. Got it. What is equilibrium? Strange weather phenomenon that circles the surface of the Earth and equalizes grav charge. Oh, it removes the gravity charge. That's interesting, actually. We're gonna have this go over to there. We're gonna have this go to there. And we should be able to do 2 damage. Got it. Oh god, he farted on me and I'm slow now. It's not good. But the gravity charge gets removed because the equilibrium. Oh, but it only goes down by 1. Did he just get hit with lightning? You know, I'll take it. I love that you can click on them and then see information about what their abilities are. Producing plasma. This time let's convert our excess energy to plasma, the currency of this destroyed world. With plasma, you can buy modules or revive characters after the fight. Yo. So if you have somebody die, you actually have to revive them. And we gotta use that information, or use that energy for that. Let's grab that, put it up here. Oh, that way I'd probably want to do the battery for that, wouldn't I? This is great, dude. This is what it wants me to do, but do I have a charge in here? No, I don't have a charge yet. I have a +1. I think it's going through. Or would go through. But these guys are all gonna die, so... Boop! There we go. Nice. A potion factory. If I use it to construct healing potions, we can generate even more energy with your cure sensor. Yes. Okay, so now he can slow or generate a potion. Or deal damage or generate a potion. Because we can apply gravity charge or... Oh, he's got utility now. He's got mad utility. Back in camp, use your plasma to heal or revive your characters. You can also buy material to construct and upgrade buildings. Oh, dude. Wait. You guys did like a building mechanic between rounds? Oh, that's freaking awesome, dude. Buy 1 material and set up a trading post. How do we buy the material? There we go. We can set up a trading post. Buy modules with plasma. Amplifier. Changes the color of a current. Malfunctioning. When activated, receives out of order until the end of battle. So you'll use it one time for the battle, and it's like all crispy looking. I love that. Another cure sensor. When discharged, receives out of order until the end of battle. Accumulator can be charged or discharged. Stores up to 3 energy. Will not become locked after activation, and can be freely exchanged between characters. Really? So it's another accumulator. It's a different kind. We have a condensator and an accumulator. The output jack on this one is blue, though. So that would have to go into there. And it's green interior, so if I take this... Can only be charged or discharged at a time. Okay, so we don't want that one. Maybe. Don't know yet. A cure sensor would be really good, even though it's malfunctioning. We might be able to get 2 cure sensors on this side, and then he can generate 2 energy. Because we could do this, and then have another cure sensor over here. And have that... Oh, that's a blue one, isn't it? Ah, better idea. Because this one doesn't care what energy type it is. That'll work. Yeah, there we go. So now we could have 2 cure sensors. This will always generate at least once every time he heals. And we could take this and pop it into there so he heals in the first round. Amplifying both of these, and in the second round he'll do 2 damage, because this can then hook up to that, like that. Dude, I love this game. The way you have this set up is so compelling and interesting, dude. Nice. I bought it. And this can only be used once around, but it's fine. It's free. It's free points. 3 points. Got to micromanage? Yeah. Start the adventure again. Across the perimeter. The sewers. After the initial grav wave, many survivors sought refuge in the sewers, only to discover that also here the time distortions have taken effect. Some sections of concrete had aged 1,000 years in a second, becoming brittle and crumbled. Others became creamy, like on the day they were poured. Creamy? Ew. Ew. Alright. Okay, we've got... Hook that. We're gonna hook that as well. This is the grav charge. What is this one? Potion factory? I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to do grav charge on this one so we can push that bomb back. That's not good. No. No. I don't like bombs. Yeah, let's push that back behind Johnson and then shoot it. Thank you. Okay. Lad, where did all my stuff go? I have to rebuild everything. There we go. Wait, this... Did it change my colors? Wait. He's green now. Those were red before. Interesting. I'm gonna shoot that thing first so that I don't take damage. We're gonna do that. Yeah, these used to be, red. But now they're blue. I wonder why they changed. That's interesting. No bomb for me. My bones! Build a potion. Applies healing to the owner. Amplification. Let's just do that. You can just have it, you know? That's on cooldown. Got it. Let's go back over here. And... And then on this one, we're gonna do... I guess that. Oh! I just got 3 achievements at once. I didn't realize that it detected healing on either character. That's actually really... So, cure sensors go off on either character, not just on one. That's freaking awesome, dude. When activated, receives out of order until the end of battle. Applies grav immunity to target combatant. Another cure sensor. We need even more cure sensors. We're just gonna... We're gonna cure max, is what's gonna happen, though. And it's going to become really silly really fast. Chat. I'm either building a machine that will heal me and make me immortal, or a bomb. I don't know which one it is yet. We'll find out together. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Alright. Integration. Channel name. Pirate Software. What is it gonna do in game? Will it turn monsters into the chat members? Chat votes for loot picks. Okay. Let's see here. We've got Slopper Jackson's ready. We're gonna generate a heal potion out of him. And then we're gonna have you do a heal. A regeneration cell. And we're also going to do a pushback. I'm gonna push back... Grav Sting, it's not that scary. Paw's not that scary. Neither of these are scary. We gotta push one of these back, we're not gonna be able to push them both back. So, I'll push back the fly. And then we generate a healing potion. Deeply Medged. We're gonna take this, put it over here, pop that in there. Now we're good to go. That will then fire off his gun. This now is gonna fire off that. Because that's already been charged, right? Is that charged? Or is that still in here? That hasn't gone through yet. We have to do this. Do this. That'll charge it and amplify it. This is now doing this. Shoot the fly. Love this. This is going to heal him back up. Which will then activate all of the cure sensors again. But this one's out of order. So I need this one to do... Oh, that one's also out of order. This is fun. We'll take that, pop it to there, take that, do that, but this is also out of order. Everything's out of order. What do we do? What do we do with this errant charge? Is that gonna hurt me? It's probably fine. I'm generating too much energy. Oh, wait. Oh, no. What if it does hurt you? We'll find out. We'll find out what happens when you have rogue voltage. Alright. Good. Decelerate you. Heal, blows it up. Zap you. And then... two-shot. And then heal. Oh, Twitch gets the vote. You guys have to do exclamation point vote 1 or exclamation point vote 2. Oh, I love that you can do this in real time. Look at that. What are they, though? A converter, change the colors of the current, or a gravity sensor, generates 1 energy whenever grav charge is applied? Oh my god, it'd be amazing. Chat, please vote 1. Chat, please. Chat, please. Oh, there's so little time left. I should have moused over them earlier. No! Oh, wait, am I forced to take this? Can I go against the will of chat? Can I go against the will of chat? Or do I have to take it? I can't. I have to take what they tell me to. If I don't, they'll riot. You know how it works. This turns blue into any color. So that means if we take blue... Does this overload? Okay. So this overloads. We could do a blue into a gun. That would work. Goblins always win, that's true. Because we could do blue into white. White goes anywhere, so that's any color at all. Which is interesting. But we don't really need that converter. I'm gonna hold on to this. I've got enough stuff that just works, because blue to white already works. White takes anything. It's a universal. This would be a universal color, so if I need to change blue to something else, I can now. Which is kind of enormous. And is going to be very, very helpful. I've got a lot of healing options right now. And a lot of things that work with healing, which is very good. Let's do Potion Factory on that first one. Potion Factory is nuts. Alright, off we go. All the healing went through, so there's all our energy generation. That's gone through. Because from the last round I healed on him. Now... What is that? Fills might whenever it takes damage. Oh. Deals 1 damage and inflicts 1 module of grav recoil. If might is full, it removes all might to duplicate. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want... Oh, no, 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 no. That's not... We don't want any of that. we don't want any of that. Yeah, let's pop that. Okay, I'm gonna take this and actually just put it straight over there. We're gonna push that thing back. It's not gonna work though, is it? Oh, this thing has an energy right now. Hold up. Yeah, we can pop everything. Boop. Oh, it's got might. Oh wait, that filled the bar completely. Oh god. It's gonna make another. Ew. Oh. Why is it gotta be? It doesn't have to be this way, you know? It shouldn't be like this. It should be any other way, right? You know, chat? Any other way? Let's kill that one. Gross. Hell yeah, plasma. Okay. Push it back. Now it goes behind him even further. And then we make it mad. It's gonna split, but it won't get the chance. Because we're gonna kill it. You know? I think we're good. I think we just kill it. So then we get the gold rewards. Sick. Alright, chat. We have a baseline amplifier. Changes the color of the current and amplifies it by 1. This one down here only converted. And a vulnerability ray. Applies vulnerable to an enemy. +1 to the incoming energy. So it increases the damage the enemy takes. Vulnerability ray. Amplifier. Choose. I do love the fact that you're using, like, plasma as a currency and that we can use that to buy facilities between rounds. I think that's a really cool feature. Vulnerability ray it is. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, dude. It's very nice of you. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so we're gonna hook this to that, hook this to that. I can do a heal on the first round, so we can really push for that. We can go over to Slopper Jackson, pop this, pop that, and we should be good to go. I've got a lot of outputs here. Does he have a green? He does have a green. Let's actually give this to him. Because he can be our utility guy. We don't really need the pushback. If we can put a vulnerable on it, that'd be huge. Ooh, okay, so there's a shop down below, but there's an upgrade station in the middle. I'm going upgrade station. We're gonna fight first and then do upgrade. Let's do that. That created a potion. And now we can vulnerable this guy. He's vulnerable. And now we can take this. There we go. And we can go and pop. I'm not going to do a setup this round. I'm actually going to kill the fox. We have so many potions now. Which is great. And just pop him. Because he's going to take 2 damage. Because the vulnerable. Hell yeah. My bones! Okay, now you heal, causing all of that to go through. Pop that there. That's on cooldown. And we should have that. Alright. And then this. I love that it just turns into an insane cascade, man. God, that's fun. Look at it go. I want to get at least a little bit of plasma off of each one of these rounds. Boop. Boop. It's a really satisfying thing, yeah. Alright, we got 2 things. Chrono Sensor generates 1 energy whenever the turn order is changed, which we do all the time. And this one Changes the color of a current, but it has crust on it. Prevents module activation. First incoming energy permanently removes the crust. Turns blue to white, and then we gotta decrust it. I do believe that the chrono sensor is working. I could probably put that on Slopper. Jackson. Yeah, put it on Jackson. Because it's blue output. No, it's not going to be blue for that, because he's got all the blue devices. Actually, I might be able to pop that into the potion factory. So then he could do this, and that. We'll take that, pop this into there, so every time we slow down time, which we do all the time, we do that. Which is kind of sick. And... oh, we can do all kinds of shit now. Do we need a red on this side? I don't think we need a red over here, do we? We need a green here. Do we have a green? No. No, we don't have a green. Wait. Blue. Hell yeah. This is a good combo. This is good. Yeah, it's a really cool combo. So basically what we're doing is whenever we slow something down, we convert that energy from blue to white, use that white to apply vulnerability ray. We always slow something down here, and we always shoot for 1 damage, and whenever we heal, we also create a new potion. So... on this guy, we're going to cause this to heal. When that heal goes through, it'll activate this one that hooks up to that to do a sensor for it. This will go over here to do 2 damage on the next round. Actually, do I want 2 damage? I want 2 damage. And this is always generating that as well. This causes the heal. So that'll activate this whole chain and that'll start going off. Oh, what is this? Painter's Workshop. Changes the color of a target non-universal jack to universal. Really? Will be activated during next voltage sequence? Okay, so we have to put this on the board and then activate it, and it will paint one of these to universal. We gotta make one of these universal, don't we? That would be the way, right? Alright, ads are over. So, the one thing that I'm getting out of this game so far that I really, really enjoy, the amount of freedom in connections that you have. It's already rapidly going out of hand. I'm already creating a whole bunch of, like, weird connections and stuff, and it feels... it looks hectic, but it feels really controlled and feels really good. Like, I'm super happy with this so far. And it's just as cool as I was hoping it to be. It is very cool feeling. So we're gonna pop this. This is gonna make time move back for... what is that? In the early days of gravitonics, people would use those to power their homes. They tended to discharge when they weren't properly grounded. These ones do not look grounded. Okay. And the Gravigator. It just hits you. All of you. Great. Fantastic. We love to see it. I'll probably push him back. Then it'll do 1 damage. And this chrono sensor will then go off, which will cause a vulnerability ray. That'll probably be after the damage dealt. I wonder if we can chain it a different way. There. So, on the first shot, Chrono will go... this starts the chain. The Chrono goes off. It'll push him back. That will charge this, causing this to go off. And then that'll go off. I don't know the chain. I don't know the order. We're gonna find out. Oh, that was first. Damn. Wait. Maybe it works. Maybe the gun goes off at the end of the turn. Oh, no, it doesn't. No! Sadness. I was hoping it would do what I wanted it to. I have to learn the chain order. Boo! Paint that. Unlimited power. The generator is now God. It hurts! Okay, both of my guys took damage on that. Why did this not work? Changes the color of the current. Chronosensor generates 1 energy. It should have gone through, shouldn't it? I wonder why not. Sensors lose all energy at the end of the turn. I feel like that should have gone through. I don't know why that didn't. I'm gonna play around with that. This is overheated. That's overheated. Pop that up there. This is gravity recoil. Activation will cause this to turn +2 to the owner. Applies +2 to the owner. We don't want to put gravity recoil on that. We're gonna go this way. There we go. You, vulnerable. Shot. Perfect. It hurts? That's pretty good. Do this up there. We're gonna must wire the input jack. Wait. Okay, there we go. I was like, wait a minute. That should work. This should be just fine. I'm gonna blast him. He will die from this. Perfect. Generated. Got him. Now I just gotta kill that damn pylon. Okay. We should be able to do this, and I should be able to hit him with the debuff first. Yeah. Perfect. Aren't all generators gods of the machine? They breathe synth life into them? We're basically being AdMech. It's exactly how it's going. Whenever this module receives energy, apply +1 turbo to it. Adds 1 to the incoming energy into the end of combat. So this just amplifies. And this one is toggled nitrous bottle. Applies 1 boost to target pass-through module on this rack. When activated, receives cooldown for 1 turn. This one doesn't have a cooldown. This one does have a cooldown. That one is just always running. Alright, looks like I'm taking the coil. Let's see what we're gonna do with this thing. So with this combo, we can take this, put it here, take the 2 that's coming out of this, turn that into red, and then dump it into here and just get a ton of plasma. I think that's a pretty good use of that, right? Like, dump out the battery that we already have charged up from the previous round. Just get a ton of energy out of it. Ton of plasma. That's a good combo. I like that. Oh, it won't discharge yet. We need to buy that. What can we build? Additional modules as options for loot. Or, get additional modules as options for loot. So both of these, a telescope or quarters. Buy modules with plasma, or module upgrades with plasma. Module upgrade sounds really goddamn cool. Store a module between runs. Ooh. I think I'm gonna go with telescope. And then buy another one and get quarters. This is good. And then we're gonna check this out. What do we got? Crust generator. Generates 2 energy on activation. Inflicts another target module on this rack with crust. Ew. But whenever it activates, it gives us 2 energy. A crust has to be knocked off using energy to remove the crust. This is a healing potion. On activation, this module will construct a copy of itself. The copy is on cooldown and loses replication. Okay, but then it blows up. So it's a healing potion that blows up but then makes a copy. Only once, right? This game reminds me of the Incredible Machine. I agree. Destroys another target module on this rack to generate... We could create a potion and then destroy it to generate energy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, hold up. Let's build an incredible machine, chat. it's beginning. We can take this trash compactor. We can put all these potions on it. Right? Take that. Let's think about this. We can take that to there. Take these. Do this to that. That generates 2. What is this going to do? This has amplification on it already. This does that bonus there. Let's see what we can do with the other one. If we take red actually off of the coil, I'm going to keep the coil here for this round, but if I put the coil on the other guy, we can get 2 plus 1 and do 3 damage in one turn if we sacrifice these. And then I have this, the chrono sensor, into the converter. What can we do with that for now? Nothing. We're going to leave it alone. This is going to be really interesting, actually. Can we do a chrono sensor on this side? I think I might take a chrono sensor and put it on the other one. Build a build out with this, right? Because this is green, we can't hook to it, but we can hook the white to it like that. Nothing gets wasted. I think that works great. I think it's going to work really well. I don't want to get the crust generator. I think this will be fine with this. We've got 3 plasma left. Ooh, I don't have enough. Alright. Oh, it's going into... Okay, so you do deeper and deeper levels as you go. We're now at stage 2, the crystal caverns. And you retain the amount of health that you had between rounds, and the charge of your items. That's gonna get rough. That's gonna get really rough. Alright. I wonder if it goes left to right. I wonder if we could do this. And have this go off first. We'll find out. Nope. Okay, who gets pushed back? I don't know what that thing is. I don't like it. And now we're gonna kill that one. Ooh. Oh wait, no. Now we are gonna destroy this. Select the next module to activate. Oh. Okay, we're gonna select the blaster to activate. We're gonna kill that thing. Then the trash compactor is gonna trash compact this healing potion. Generate that, and then vulnerable that thing. And then on this one, we have 1 charge into there. We have 2 into this. That'll just generate a bunch. This will cause healing to go through and 1 damage to go through. Big plasma! Double damage. Oh, it made gross, dudes. Grav anemone and grav polyp. Okay. Gross. Not a fan. Not a fan of that. I don't like that. It's gross, you know? How gross it is. Okay, so now we need to do... That has no charge left. We need to do... This is overheated, that's overheated. This has to charge this up. This is gonna go... Locked on the rack till the next turn. Okay. So he's locked in. We've got blue from this one. I think he can just do his basic damage. That's all he can do from that one. This one's gonna have to sacrifice that again. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that so we can sacrifice that to generate, I guess, 2 potions? Oh, leads to a better constructed module. That's really interesting. Okay. We can make an even stronger potion, I guess. Or we just have this not activate. And we can have this one go to there. Because right now, this can't generate energy over on this side because it's overheated. Let's do that. That heals him. Pops all of those. Makes all of this go off. And we can use this to... Does he still have vulnerability? He does. Dead. Jesus. I didn't expect that. That grav is rough, dude. Okay. So, with that now, we can now pop that into... This will get +2. This +2 goes over there. And we have to wait for this to go into the battery. And then I think we're good to go. Charged it up. Gives even more plasma. Pop that. And I won't get as good modules, but I'm going to get a bunch more plasma than I normally would. Way, way more plasma. Okay. Grab it. Actually, we can still get the gold. There we go. Alright, chat. It's voting time. Clockwork Cell is charged with 1 energy at the beginning of every second turn of the owner. At the beginning of turn, applies 1 healing to the owner. When activated, receives out of order until the end of battle. Condensator, amplification +1, stores up to 3 energy. Red to green. Oh, we could do a battery and do a battery and do a battery. We could do a battery into a coil into a battery. How much battery can we battery, chat? Oh, and the next turn I could do it back into the coil. Because this thing doesn't overheat. So then it could be 4 energy. We just keep looping it. We just keep looping the battery. Because we could just do it like that. This battery amplifies and then discharges into this battery, which then amplifies through this thing into even more plasma. What is that? That shows it as a shop, but there's also a big creepy eyeball on it. Of course I have to go there, obviously. Potion factory. Vulnerability ray. Healing potion. Trash compactor. More potion factories. We need more potion factories, of course. I need you to generate even more potions, sir. That's what I need. I need more. More potions. Constructs a universal healing potion with cracked. This one has amplification, that one has amplification. This one overloads, that one doesn't. Ooh, 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 ooh. Sounds like a TOS violation. What I need now is I need a splitter. If I could get something that splits energy from one source to 2 outputs, then we're gonna be styling. What do we do with that? Is that locked right now? That looks locked. Might be. Oh, it's character loadout locked. Okay. Alright. Slot machine. Good luck! Oh! Hey, sick. You love to see it. Time? I know. Let me get one more round in it. I want to try out all my new weird bullshit. Okay. Okay. Charged it up. Nice. Now, I'm sure that nothing will go wrong by doing this. We could take this into there, and then that into there. So now it's 3, amplified to 4, amplified into plasma. Nice. Yeah, just one more round. Just one more round. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just one more round. Just one more round. Just one more. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm gonna remove that because we don't have any things to get rid of. We need that actually to... Can we unlock this? Is it locked? This is not locked. This has 2 energy to go into it. We're gonna ramp that into there so that that thing dies. I don't want to deal with any of that bullshit. And then this can go up to there. We're gonna create potions. Alright, you, over there, you get pushed back. That overloaded the shit out of that. Wait. Okay, there we go. Blows that up. Generates a bunch of potions. Totally fine with me. You, we need you to actually use the potion, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that's how that's gonna go. This can go away now. We don't have any energy here. Well, what do we got over on this side? We got the Giga battery. Let's do the Giga battery. Oh, 4 plasma in one go. Sick. And now this lad can... Oh, he's got to heal himself or. It's not an and situation, it's an or situation. Shit. Aha! Nice. Got him. Plasmaxing, 100%. Alright, the final vote, chat. Clockwork Cell. Vulnerability Ray. Or Converter. It's green to blue. Oh, activation applies 1 minus to the owner? That's interesting. Yeah, after the hour, Ethan, basically what I'm doing is I play the game for an hour. Then we have the developer come on. We talk to them while talking about the game. I ask them a whole bunch of different questions. Chat asks a bunch of questions. We learn about the developer. We learn about the game. My hope with you know, the Pirate Indie Game Show event is that we can, instead of having like 2 minutes for an indie dev where they pay thousands of dollars to be on some showcase and you just see an ad, right? Is to feel the game out, get to know the devs, ask them questions about why they made this, and, you know, get to know them as well. And it's just, it feels like a better format to me. It's like what I would want to watch, so that's why I wanted to do it, if that makes sense. And I hope you guys want to watch it too. I mean, it worked out in December. People really liked it, so. We had to vote skip. Chat demanded it. My sadness. All right. I'm going to call the dev now. So if you'd like to introduce yourself, tell chat who you are and what you do.
My name is Luca. I made Rogue Voltage. I've been working on this baby for, I think, 7 years now, 6-7 years. And I'm from Berlin, Germany, so this is daytime for me. And yeah, I've been really enjoying the stream, the playthrough. I think you did quite well, and it would be exciting to see how the run goes. I mean, you got the healing combo going.
I'm going to keep going for sure.
Yeah, this is me.
That's awesome, dude. So you've been working, are you a solo developer then?
I am. I'd say I got some help by some other people for some specialty tasks. I had like an intern. I had a specialist for the Twitch, not for the Twitch, for the Steam Deck controls. Mm-hmm. Pixel art is done half by me, and then also like the monsters and the backgrounds are different people. So there's like a team of freelancers helping me with the game. And yeah, it's been a long time, but I mean, yeah, you can tell that it's like a very technical game, like from the way that all the interactions are designed. It took me a long time to figure it out how to do it in a nice way. But yeah, there's like 170 modules in the game. Like right now, you only see the starting, you know, like when you just start the game. Of course, I will like not show you the very complex ones, but there's like crazy stuff. And people post stuff in the Discord if they find something crazy, you know, like a combo that I didn't even think of sometimes. And then we have to decide if something needs to be nerfed or, yeah.
I had no idea that you had 170 modules. That's outrageous, man. No, that's,
I mean,
that's
there's like a toggle. If you want to see more stuff, you can like press the unlock all toggle. But I think now it doesn't really make sense. But there's like all kinds of stuff, you know? Yeah, you can imagine.
So you have, like, you're actually out in early access for this right now. What would you say?
Out 1.0.
Out 1.0. So 1.0 just came out?
1.0 came out a month ago, and it's been in early access for 2 years. And the community has been like super helpful in trying to balance it with me, you know? Yeah. So yeah, it's been quite the process, but it's been super fun.
What do you think has been the most difficult thing for you so far throughout that process of building this out in early access?
All the devs can relate to that. Of course, getting visibility for a game is the most important and most difficult thing, right? Just being a person in your bedroom and then trying to get the game out. This, of course, is, I think, the most difficult thing. But then, of course, like the whole technical, you know, the technical side of the development, there's been some struggles as well. But yeah, I think the visibility on Steam, marketing, those are the issues that are really cursed.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, that's exactly why we're running this show. You know, I've seen it far too much. We see so many different cool indie games on here that are just, you've never heard of them. You know, really tiny things that are just awesome. You find these gems, and it's like a game that came out 3 years ago. So you're like, why didn't I know about this? It's so freaking cool. And
yeah, thank you, and thanks for having me also.
No, absolutely, dude. Like 100%. I think you made something really goddamn cool here. Like just the way that it feels. Like I grew up on games like The Incredible Machine, and this actually feels like I'm playing through The Incredible Machine, as funny as that is, because of all the different weird combinations. I am really interested. What are the inspirations that you had building this so far? Like what made you want to make this game?
The main thing was that I got into modular synthesizers. So musical instruments where
Really?
you wire the different modules together. I don't know if you Google modular synth on Google, you will see how they look like. And so I got really into those, making music. And then I thought, okay, what if I make a game where it basically is like Final Fantasy? This was my reference, but you play it like a modular synthesizer. This was the original idea that I had like 2019. Then I did my first prototypes, and yeah, it's been a long way since then.
I'm gonna show chat this. This is what modular synthesizers look like. I could definitely see the inspiration from this of like you are patching all of the cables between all these different sections to change the way that sounds like work on that. That's crazy, dude. What an interesting inspiration for that, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, cool. I have a very small modular setup myself, so the sounds that you hear in the game are also like the background music is also analog modular, sort of like sourced. And yeah, I think it's like a cool mix between like a roguelike, but giving it a like nice twist. So I'm super inspired by card games, of course. Like Magic the Gathering is like a huge inspiration for me. And I try to come up with something fun and fresh, like making it a card game without making it a card game. This was the idea.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels like these are all individual cards and they have different modifiers in them. I could see the Magic the Gathering for it. Oh god, he put crust on it. That dude applies crust. Okay. I love these like different types of status effects that you have on these as well, because it's just very interesting because it adds to that dynamic. Like for this, for those who didn't see it before, crust makes it so that whenever energy goes to it the first time, it removes the crust and then fails. So now I have to decrust this thing, or it's going to stay like this forever, right? So you have status effects, you have like cooldowns and stuff, you've got amplification going through them, and it's not just like a battery is a battery. If I get a condensator here, it's +1 and stores 3 energy, and this one is condensator +1 that stores 2 energy, and then it's locked to my character on this one. So it's interesting to see like even the same module can be dramatically different, and they have to be used for different, especially the colors too, where you have to like match all the different color bases for this. Like this is going to pump 1 energy into this, that'll change it to white, turns it into 2 energy, and then dumps it into this thing over here. I just think that's really interesting. It adds to like a lot of cool complexity here, where we can really play around with this.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, just like matching the colors is already like a very easy but still sort of like interesting little puzzle that you have to solve, right?
Yeah.
So making it universal or having the converter that makes it universal. I think this is just like something simple. And then for the status effects, I think it's like in the beginning I had status effects on the characters as well, but I think it's just much more fun if you have to solve the problems on the rack itself. So what you didn't see in the beginning was there are time bombs that are on your rack, or like later in the volcano stage, there's like enemies that put bad stuff in your rack, which is like a lot of fun. Like in Slay the Spire, when for the first time you get like a bad card in your deck, it's such a brainfuck moment. And I really wanted to have this. So later, for example, you will get like a frozen module, or the enemy will make a debris module in your rack. So there's all kinds of fun to be had there.
I actually love that too, like a bunch of debuffs and different things like that. And it's cool because so far it's given me the tools to overcome those. Like I don't feel like I'm, getting overwhelmed by it. I don't feel like these are unknown because I've been building this deck, basically. It's kind of like a card deck, slowly over the run. So it doesn't feel like it's hitting me in any way that's like overcomplicated. It feels really nice. So you've done a great job here, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's like a very heady game, and some people just don't click with that kind of game, which is fine. Like it's a game for the tinkerers. It's a game for the people that really like a complex, a little puzzle game, without it being too much of a puzzle game, right? So it's a tactics game with a fun mechanic, and the community really likes it, and the community is also super creative in coming up with like new module ideas or new enemy ideas. So it's a fun development process as well.
So I'm going to ask you a difficult one. I want you to call your baby ugly. What do you think your game does the worst?
I think like the tutorialization and the whole onboarding is always a bit of a struggle. Like you need to get people quickly to a point where you can play the game, without giving them too much information that they don't need right away. So I think this is like a bit of a threshold that people hit, or it hits people sometimes very hard. I mean, obviously the juice and the art could always be more juicier and much nicer and more animated. Like if you look at the enemies or the characters, it's just super bare bones. But I kind of like it. It's also, it's kind of like, you know, like restrained on purpose, because I just have to spend my resources in the right places, and the right place is always like gameplay, right? So I think there's obviously it's not a perfect game, but I think it's also changed quite a bit throughout the years. So just like early access was so good for me in that I could launch a version that was still a bit rough around the edges, you know.
It's kind of funny to me because like I had a great time with your tutorial. So I think you might be a little bit too harsh on yourself with that, legitimately so, because like this very much so made sense right from the outset. It was very well explained, and the mechanics started simple and then gradually became more complex in a way that was, I guess, understandable, you know, identifiable, very easy. So I don't know, man. I think you did a good job with that. Legitimately.
It's true, but I think it's also because you played a lot of indie games and you played
Fair.
a lot of roguelike
I have
games.
that bias.
So I think you have this sort of, you have this inherent understanding of game mechanics, you know? So if somebody just downloads the game because they think it's like an automation game on Steam, and then maybe they think it's more like a Factorio, then sometimes it's a bit of an expectations mismatch.
Have you had a lot of that, would you think? Would you think that's like maybe the majority of your negative reviews, like people just thinking it's a different kind of game?
Maybe, but I think the communication in the trailer makes it quite clear what it is, that it's more like a tactics thing. So I think the reviews are pretty good. I'm super happy with like the reviews. It's like
Nice.
93% positive or something at all times. So the people that click with it really click with it. Like I have one guy in the Discord who played it for 700 hours or something, which is just crazy.
There's always
just
one.
so much stuff you can discover. And
That's amazing.
yeah, it's so cool if it's really people's sort of like main game, you know, or if it's their pet game of some sorts.
No, that's really cool though, man. 700 hours in the game. Yeah, there's always one, you know, like some dude that's like really into it. That's awesome as hell though, the fact that you have that. And you have a Discord, right? Where people are able to join up to that?
I have a Discord for the people that really want to follow the development as well. Like sometimes I post module ideas or prototypes. There's a beta branch. People love to test it. So
You got a link.
yeah, the Discord community is super important, and they're all super friendly. So I think you can tell that this type of game really attracts people that want to like think about game design really hard, you know, and then come to the conclusion that this or this is maybe broken because. And so, yeah, everybody who sees the game, who likes it, who maybe played the demo, is really invited in the Discord. There's a lot of fun to be had.
No, that's awesome. If you have a link for it, please drop it in chat, and I'll be able to replicate it all over those. Go with that. Oh, we don't need that right now. Trying to figure out how I'm going to build this out. I love just, like, determining how the machine works. It's funny, too, because a lot of games that will do this type of automation or this type of, like, interaction between modules, I find many times it's more about building the perfect machine and then just watching it work. But you've set up a system where I am constantly having to rewire and rebuild based on the scenario that's going on. And I very much so appreciate that. I'm not used to that. Yeah. I think it's quite cool.
And thank you. Yeah, this is quite intentional, because otherwise I think it would be a bit boring. And I really like the sort of reacting to changed circumstances, you know, like enemies hitting you, maybe poisoning a module or something. And then you have to decide if you really want to use it, or I think it makes it much more interactive and much more fun too. And it also, it presents you with like, you know, fucked up situations, and you really have to work your way out of it, and you can't just like press go all the time.
Oh yeah, no. Absolutely. Like I need to think about it very heavily of how I'm going to get through this. Like I've got an extra charge here that I should really be capitalizing on in some way, and I don't have a good way to do it. So exactly. I got to figure out a good way to do this. And I'll probably, how am I going to dump this in? And I got to heal him anyway, so probably just dump that. Actually, can't move that off the rack for now. Can I pop this over? Is that blue? That's blue. I love that though. I think it's actually quite cool.
So no! I think like if I can backseat you for a second, you should put the coil on the Slopper Jackson, because then you can route green to red into the weapon. Because what you want is like you want to have the maximum damage output.
Yeah, because we could go and do that, amplify it into the damage. I could totally do that. That would absolutely work. I was trying to get it to ramp up over to this so I could just keep
Which also
plasma.
smart. Going for plasma is
So much
is
plasma.
also a different.
I was trying to economy, but no, this totally makes more sense.
I mean, the good thing is that it balances itself, because if you go for plasma, you usually don't end the battle so quickly. So you don't get the rare loot. So I don't know. It's somehow the system kind of works in balancing itself.
Yeah, definitely. I honestly think that it's really quite well balanced right now because it's balanced around whatever your creativity is for what you're doing. And it feels quite nice for that reason. I still have this extra charge. What do I do with this? You can dump that into there. Oh, actually, I'll dump it in there and then it'll amplify. And we'll keep that for next turn. It'll heal for this one. And then that's green. And we should be able to do... Are you red? That should be fine for now. I don't think there's a way we can use this. This charge just gets wasted. It's wasted. Yeah, more DACA is better, exactly. Oh, if only I had another converter. Alright, I'm gonna punch it. Boop. There we go. Honestly, it's just really satisfying. So you said you made all of these sounds yourself using those modular synths, right?
Not the SFX. I think they're like too special, too weird to make it like with a modular. But the music, for example, this cool background music, a friend of mine did with also his modular synthesizer. And then it's like some people from my community, they come from the music side of things, and for them it's like super cool if then there's also the synthesizers actually involved and not just the gimmick.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, it sounds really cool. Can you talk a little bit about like balancing with this? You have a game with so many different components, so many different ways of balancing. Is it really just done through community feedback, or like how are you approaching this?
So I collect data as well. For example, module pick data, which is like super important for me to see if people always go for the same thing. And if they do, then I will like switch it around, I will maybe put it into rare or something. And then stuff like, for example, what you saw earlier, that the healing sensor, it triggers when any character heals. So one way to balance it would be that it only heals on the character that it's on. This would be like a little tool. But then, of course, like maybe some game devs in the chat, they know that making a game where the values are 1, 2, 3, instead of like going for something that 7 to 8 fire damage or something, is almost like it's like another discipline of game design where you have very little, like knobs to twiddle, because 2 is definitely twice as much as 1, right? So if I give you a module that makes 2 energy consistently, it's very, very strong in this game. So I will need to make it have a downside. Maybe it is on cooldown. Maybe it gets like crusted after you use it, So I have like those little ways of basically giving you 1.5 energy on average, but it still feels juicy, because then maybe what if you can decrust it, with another module, and then you can actually like make it consistently to, I don't know, this is this type of stuff that we're discussing all the time. And I'm quite happy where it is right now. Like, for example, now you're actually in a bit of a shitty situation where your guy is really low.
Very shitty situation.
So what you can do is you can decelerate yourself off this environmental effect, right? Because you're on the effect right now, on the impulse. But then your issue is the big claw, the purple claw, which is making you crust.
I can also healing potion him, maybe.
True, but he's not. It won't be his turn for a while.
Yeah, his turn goes before
you
the
can
claw
one-shot
here, right?
You can one-shot the pink claw maybe for 5. I don't know if that's a possibility. Maybe you can. Let's check it out.
I don't think I can. I can ramp here. We could do that up to 2. Can we get... We'd have to get an amplification beam.
Where's the coil? The coil is here, yeah. Okay.
We'd have to do 2 to make... That's 3 damage. If I do that, I'd have to crush something else. I don't know what I would crush for that. Probably this. And then, is there anything else that would amp? No, not in this turn.
I mean, it's a 50% chance. So first, you need to, though, decelerate your guy off the impulse as well. So you need to hook the decelerator onto the generator.
This one onto the gen.
Yeah, you're in a tough spot.
I think I can make it, because I think I can heal him, and then he can absorb the hit. But how much damage is this, right, Claw? It's 1 damage.
Right claw is 1 and plus the crust.
The left claw is going to die. Because I can do 1 damage with him with the gun.
Okay, what are you gonna sacrifice to the trash compactor?
I don't think I need to sacrifice, because this only has 1
Okay.
HP, so he just shoots
Okay.
that. That thing's dead. We actually just need a 1-to-1 on that, actually. Then we can take this
Okay,
thing.
then maybe you can make potions.
Probably make a potion with that, yeah. And that'll be an amplified potion as well. And then move the trash compactor off for right now. Make that one an amplified potion. And then he needs to probably eat a potion, so we'll put that on him for his turn.
Okay, if
There's
he
this
lives,
part.
then I think it's a 50% chance.
You think it's 50? I think he lives. I think he could live.
But then
I
it's
believe.
the blue will be okay. Let's see.
The blue will
You can
do
also
that. Like the
cheat.
blue will
I can
die.
also tell you how to cheat yourself the extra HP, the missing one.
No,
Okay,
let's
we
not
go-
cheat it.
we go
No.
real.
If he dies, he dies. I wish I could heal another character from this guy's turn, because he's just
That's
going to
another-
generate a ton
That's
of
another
potions.
character.
Oh, there's another one.
So there's 11 characters in the game also, and they all have their unique gimmick.
11 characters. So not only do you have all
Yeah.
of this,
And
Insane
there's, like, build your own
modularity.
character also.
can you trade those around on like Steam Workshop or something? Anything like that?
Not really. Would be interesting though. But you can basically there's this hangar, and you can basically build your own character, and then whatever you put in the hangar will be the starting loadout of this new character.
Really?
Yeah, it's a mech. It's a mecha, of course. A game like this needs a mecha.
It does. I agree with that entirely. Big robots always make everything cool. There we go. Got a +2 potion. Got a Giga potion. And 50-50 chance, I believe. All right.
Okay,
My lad.
okay, you were lucky actually. You didn't die.
50% of the time, it works 100% of the time. Now this is going to do just a ton of damage going up. That'll ramp out. Let's take... Is this locked? Oh, crusted. Disgusting. Getting encrusted is the worst there. This will do 4 damage to the claw. It won't kill it, but he'll kill it, so it'll be fine. And then we'll heal with a +2 on this. And I think this will work. Yeah. Do we have any other energy? No other energy. Nothing. The big dam. Boom! It's gone mad with power. Alright. Back onto this guy. Crusty. It's full of crust. It's not good. We can do the 1 damage to break the claw, and then he's got no attacks. He just sits there and stares at us. Which is probably the best part. So I'll decrustify this. I'll have this pop into there. I'll have this pop into there. So he full heals. Boop. It's a good day. Giant enemy crab is very upset now. Okay. Ramp that. Pop that. And I think we're good to go. Hey, see? 50-50 shot 100% of the time. Feels good.
Very nice.
Wind up mushroom. At the end of the turn removes +1 from the owner to apply +1 to all enemies. Interesting. At the end of the turn, if no generator has been activated on this turn, perform induction 1. Charges a random non-cracked storage module on this rack with 1. Oh, okay. So we
Yeah,
can,
this is an interesting.
if I turn off my generators, then that would work. But I use a generator basically always, but then he wouldn't have a generator. We'd remove his gen.
And so this would be like a good idea or a good example for a balancing thing where it gives you 1 energy per round consistently, but only if you fulfill the condition. And I think that's like a very cute design.
I think it's really cool because it means if I get a number of these passive modules, they'll even, one other one of these would be effectively better than running a generator. And now I have to think about it as like, do I have enough storage for this even? I don't know, right? And this isn't a generator, so this would not count towards that limit, which is really interesting. So we pop that up there into damage. I find that really fascinating. Chat wants me to use it as well, so we're going to grab it. It's running. And I can't get rid of this because he's part of his character loadout, so I just don't use it, basically. I just run this to the side. We've got 2 batteries. One of them's crusted, so hopefully it decrusts it, is my anticipation, though. This is good. I need to get this out here. Pop this here. We're going to do... That is the thing that gets melted, and then make another one with it. And we'll just keep doing that. I think that's a hilarious way to use this. System going overload? It does. Easy peasy. Actually, we'll do an amplified decelerator. This is the way. This is the way. Yeah. There we go. All right, back to home. So, Tell me a little bit about this. Does this retain between runs? Like after if I beat all the levels or I lose, is this like meta progression like roguelite?
Yeah, but you can, if you check like the descriptions of the buildings, you can see that they don't really give you like a boost or a benefit. It's more like a utility, you know. For example, more options. You can re-roll for free. You can like get rid of your starting equipment. This is like the mech hangar, so you can like build your own character. So they don't really raise your power. They just make it more. Like as I add more and more modules into the drop pools, you know, you need more options to filter the loot. Otherwise, you won't be able to make your build consistently. So it's more like more utility and not like in Hades or something where it adds you 4% extra damage or something.
Oh, this is a crazy module. Converts plasma into energy or converts energy into plasma. I don't know if I want to spend my plasma just yet. I think that's really cool, though. I love the idea of base building. That actually really got me, because a lot of the times I'll find games like this, you know, like roguelike games, and they don't have, like, the meta progression just ends up being a menu, if that makes sense. Like, just kind of like a grid of options. I love this so much more, even though it's effectively the same thing. You're just buying, you know, the upgrades on it. It feels more interesting when it's a town that you're building. So I really
and
very much
everybody
so
loves a
appreciate
good isometric camp, you know, like I'm also of course like a Diablo player, so I really love this sort of like visuals first, you know, like every game needs a campfire. Like this is the Deckard Cain experience.
No, I love that, dude. I really do. Can we improve? No, I need more. Getting close. This run is starting to get completely insane, and I'm loving it. Oh, you can heal with plasma as well. I like that. Cool. Yeah, no, that's really neat. How many stages does this go, by the way?
So this will be the last stage, but then if you are further along in the progression, there will be a final boss, and then if you are further along the progression, there will be a final boss. Obviously, after Slay the Spire, everybody wants this sort of hard, you know, thing. So there is the final boss now, and spoiler, it also has a module rack. So the enemies also have racks.
Okay, so they'll have a module rack, and then you have to go and fight against their module rack and watch. Can you see theirs the whole time?
You can see theirs, and it will react to what you have. So if you go for the healing build, right now, the enemy will come with a anti-healing build.
That's terrifying, actually. Yeah, because if I do healing, and they have things like healing sensors, theirs will pop off with it.
Exactly.
Did he light this on fire? Activate this turn to extinguish or deal 1 damage to the owner after their turn. God damn it, it's on fire! I love the graphic, by the way. The fire graphic looks fantastic on that. Look at that.
Thank you.
Okay, now I actually have to heal myself. What happens... Okay, this is going to be a weird one. What happens if I sacrifice this and power it? I don't think it'll work. I think the sacrifice goes off first, the more that I think about it. He's just going to take the damage. He's at 5 health. He can take it. He's fine. Make more! Alright, crush it. Big damage. Oh, now that's on fire. Oh, what is this thing to do? Whenever it takes damage, inflicts a module with fire. God damn it. It hasn't taken any damage, but everything's on fire. Okay, that thing gained energy. Let's pop it in there. We'll pop that up there. I cannot activate this module. Oh, I was going to try and be cheeky about it. There we go. Heal myself. Ow. Okay, I love that he used an attack called Schlorp. Actually ridiculous, dude. So how long do these stay on fire, by the way? Is this until
indefinitely?
Great. That's great. It's just what I wanted to hear, you know?
It kind of punishes you for having stuff that you cannot activate consistently, right? So this is also interesting.
That should... Oh, it didn't energy dissipate. Why?
Yeah, you need to discharge it also.
Oh, that's why. The chrono sensor should have gone off there, shouldn't it have? Generates 1 energy whenever the turn order is changed.
Changing the turn order, yeah, this is what I couldn't say earlier. Changing the turn order really means not just like manipulating the timeline, but like changing who goes whom.
Yep. So I'm gonna get burned every turn by that. Oof. That's gonna be a rough one, dude. What do we do with this? That's gotta be a heal. This we're gonna pop up to...
Or you just don't activate the generator at all, so your turbine thing will go.
Yeah, could. That would go to a random battery, right?
Yeah, but the exactly, It could decrust the thing also.
Could decrust it. But he's gonna burn. Like, I gotta take that heal, I think.
The cool thing is about the game that there's always so many ways to do the turn, right? This is what I kind of like about it, that it's just a complex system now where there's so many ways to play.
Oh, actually, I could use that, or I can take the energy out of this, guarantee that this gets filled, guarantee that this gets decrusted, and guarantee that I get my heal. And I think that works. Because we need to heal or I'm going to get popped. There we go, decrusted. Oh god! Everything is on fire! Okay. This is bad now.
You can just finish him off and then the fire will go away though. It goes away.
I was under the impression that it would stay between
okay, no, this would be
rounds.
crazy.
Okay. Yeah, let's kill him then. He's gotta die. At that point. Let's do that. Yeah, that's why I was delaying, because I was like, I gotta put all these fires out or I'm gonna have a terrible time. I thought that I was gonna retain to the next combat. Generates 1 energy whenever a combatant dies. Removes all elemental debuffs from target module on this rack. If one or more elemental debuffs are removed this way, apply +1 turbo. Shower head. Changes the color of a current. Yeah, that seems insane. Debuff removal is huge. Elemental debuffs are fire, ice crust, and non-permanent effects of gravity, recoil, or pollution. We haven't even seen some of these. So what kind of elemental effects do you have in this? Is that all of them?
This
do you have
is
any
all
other
of them, yeah.
All of them? With this being your 1.0, what do you think you are focusing on the most in terms of new mechanics for this game? Or new direction? And even if it's nothing right now, that's fine.
So there's a couple of designs that I check the tables, what people pick and what people like. And if there's modules that I think are cool, like this shower head, for example, I like them, but then sometimes the players don't like them. So I try to make sure that all modules are equally picked in a way. And then sometimes I have to redesign them or put the effect on a different one. So I'm constantly iterating over like the tables and make sure that no strategy is dominant and no strategy is really underplayed.
When you find something that is overpowered, what is your first approach to that? How do you determine, should I nerf this thing, maybe buff something else? Like, what is your process for going through that and determining how you interact with that?
So there was like a moment, like maybe I think a year ago, where you saw those nitro bottles earlier. And there was a moment in which the tables were tuned in a way that the bottles were like just way too strong, and then everybody would play the bottles, and I could really tell in the stats that basically, yeah, if you didn't play bottle, people played it like 3 times as much as the other ones, and I kind of didn't like it.
So your approach to balancing the game, now that the ads have stopped interrupting us, your approach to balancing when you find something that's overpowered, rather.
Yeah, or if it's like a dominant strategy that kind of like dwarfs all other strategies, and I kind of just don't like it because otherwise it really makes stuff that I think is super viable, makes it less viable because people are focusing obviously always on the stuff that feels the most powerful. Mm-hmm. So then I try to maybe like change some things. Obviously, I have like very few knobs to change because the values are very narrow. Like 1, 2, 3 +1 is already very, very good. So then sometimes I just have to redesign the whole module, or I just like get rid of it altogether, or turn it into like a legendary module that will only drop with a chance or something. There's like one module that gives +1 to all of the modules on the rack, stuff like that, and it's fun, but you shouldn't have it at all times. I think I saw the interview with the developers of Slay the Spire, how they talked about this one combo. This, I don't know if it's like an infinite combo with the branch. I mean, the players will know this one. Ironclad with branch, and they also said that it's too fun to remove it from the game, but you shouldn't be able to have it consistently, and then when you have it, you really feel like a god. And I think this sometimes I try to have the same for this game as well, that every 5 runs you just have a crazy overpowered one. Mm-hmm. And then you still keep the broken, because obviously it's fun to break it in a way. And I don't want to take it from the players, so I don't want to be stingy German, But sometimes it's also, if the meta really breaks.
If the meta breaks, then you got to do something about it. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like it seems to me like there's always an option for me right now. Like there's always something that I can do here, and it has felt really quite nice. So I'm going to be real. I think you've done a really good job with it. And it's mostly because if I find something that feels strong, there's usually a drawback where it doesn't work for the rest of the turn, or it burns out in some way, or it's got a special activation to make it go off. So it's been quite good overall, I think, so far. And I'm really digging it. So let's grab that, dump that there. There we go. And then we can take this, dump that in there. And now this is going to go off and do its thing. Actually, making that one do it. Hey. Yeah, because it's just so much rewriting each time to make sure that I'm actually doing something with it. That I feel like if you have a really dominant strategy, it can change just based on the board, right? No! It's on fire! It's working. Hell yeah. Is there anything that you regret with building this game at all? Anything that you wish you could go back and change that's too far down the development path now?
I think like I could have shaved off 1 whole year of development by thinking about what I want in the game and not doing it like as I did, you know, like sort of not learning by doing, but like designing it by doing, or like really changing it. I think if I just like took some time to think about what effects do I want in the game and then how to solve them technically, I could have really like saved some time. But it was also fun to do it like you know, iteratively. So no, I don't really have like a thing that I regret.
That's cool though.
I think it's going, yeah, it's been
good
quite
feel.
well, and it's obviously like a niche genre, right? Like this is really the niche of the niche for players that like both roguelikes and tactics games, and maybe a bit of engineering, and maybe they are developers themselves or engineers. So it's not going to be for everybody, and I think that's fine.
That's good. I honestly think it's a really good outlook.
So if you kill it now with the charge from the battery, you will end up in the special rating. You can see it in the timeline, the bar, right? So
that'll
the game
be up until here, right?
You kill it now.
I guess that's true.
And the special modules are significantly better than the rest of the modules. And I think you haven't even seen one yet.
So if I do that and then pop him?
Exactly. So this encourages you to not stall.
I do like to stall. All right, we're going to do it. I got the special module. Let's see what it is. Gatling gun. For each point of energy on this module, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. Storage sensor. Generates 1 energy whenever a storage module is charged. Oh,
yeah,
it's got overload.
There's like good stuff here. Applies
upgrade and grav recoil to target pass-through module on this rack. What? I think Gatling gun is the one. But this is upgrade. It applies upgrade. Is upgrade permanent? Modules can only have one
permanent,
upgrade.
and this would upgrade the one that from blue to universal. You know, this is a pass-through, which has 1 input and 1 output.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good. But it also puts grav recoil on it, so whenever it goes off, it's going to debuff, right?
It's true, but you maybe want the grav recoil, or
That's
you want
true.
the grav charge for the other guy to power his sensor, so the bad thing could turn into a good thing.
That is true. We could use that. We can manipulate it. Move these over here so I can start sacrificing those. Looks like I'm taking the upgrade. Oh, and this just activates. We can just do that. Interesting.
You can only upgrade the pass-through one. So yes, so this
one?
Exactly. Yeah, this one.
So we'll upgrade that one, and I've got it set as universal on that side. This will then get upgrade, so it'll ramp the charge when it goes through. All right. And we can take that off there. So now this is going to charge a battery. Don't need that anymore. And I actually do need plasma, so I'm going to be holding on to that for now. And we'll do this, and then do that. All right. Ooh, a shop? No, I'm going to go for fights. Eggs. Anything I know about eggs in video games is you kill those before they hatch. No, that's got to die. What is that? If might is full, it destroys itself to spawn a phoenix. That no. No. We're not letting that happen. Whatever that is wrong. It's bad. Okay. Oh, can I push these back far enough? Okay, I'm going to push this one back. Generate that. Kill this off. To get a big charge of that. And then kill that one. None of that. Generation still went off. Perfect. Okay, now on this character, I need to do enough damage. Which I don't have. I do. We're gonna kill that thing. I don't want that alive at all. Pop that up there. Turn this one on. Turn that one to there, and then this to there. And I'm not going to activate this so that it powers one of the batteries with the turbine. And we don't have a way to power this thing. Should be good, though. Is this green? Yeah, it's green. All right. No eggs. Hell yeah. Oh, God, it's gone mad with power. I absolutely love this, dude. And also, there's something about, like... It's kind of like a dopamine rush when you see the combination going off. Like, all the different interactions. It feels nice. Let's see here.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, it's a constant process of making it like jiggle more and jiggle harder if you if it has more energy, you know. And I don't know, making the lightning effects stand out more. And obviously, if you have 9 damage on the blaster, it will turn into a huge nuke. So I'm not sure if you're going to see it this run, but you can imagine that the
9
dopamine
damage.
really needs to flow.
That means I'd have to get like probably a vulnerability ray on it. It'd probably be a whole bunch. Oh man, 9 damage. Maybe if I ramped it through this battery. No, I'd have to double it somehow. There'd be no way. This is amplifier in it now, though. If I filled this battery completely, 3, then amplified out of it by taking... No, I'd have to take green. There's got to be a way. See, now I want to get that done. Oh, I'm going to have to think about it. 9 damage is pretty wild, though, I have to say. Okay, this is pretty good. I have all this wasted energy, though.
Oh, you can use the vulnerability ray in the backpack.
That's true.
So you can finish it this turn and then you get the special rating again.
Because this will do 2, amped up to 3, and then vulnerability ray. Is there a way that I can determine that the vulnerability ray goes off first in the stack?
The system is pretty smart, so it will go off first.
Okay.
So this was like also one of the biggest, like one of the most technical parts, that the sequence is sort of like checking constantly if it should, you know, hold the module back.
I love that I can destroy an item in the backpack as well with the trash compactor. Generator Upgrader applies upgrade and exhaustion to target generator module on this rack. Exhaustion activates, sets back next turn by 1. Pass-through upgrader. We don't have another pass-through, do we? Is this a pass-through? It is. I can actually upgrade this to give it +1 turbo and grav recoil. So it could have +2 turbo. Or nitrous bottle applies 1 boost to target pass-through module on this rack. That just seems the way. Yeah, nitrous doesn't have a drawback. Pass-through upgrader does. Which one is chat gonna vote for? Chat's voting for NOS. So you told them
Also
the
coming
NOS
up with the
is
metaphors for the modules, right? Because I'm not an electrical guy, so I thought, okay, which one could be the one that boosts it, right? And then obviously it has to be the NOS.
Yeah.
So like I think in the beginning it was just a random whatever called, I don't know, a booster. But then obviously it's much more understandable if you latch onto things that people know.
Yeah. No, that makes sense completely. I think it's very intuitive that way. Like, you know, nitrous is supposed to, you know, amp something. Durability enhancer permanently removes overload from target module on this rack. Ooh.
Yeah, this is for the bottle now. Yeah, perfect.
Ooh, yeah, because then I can
Or for
remove
this
overload
one.
on that. Well, I could remove overload from the nitrous, and then that makes it so that this always has +1. Or I could remove overload from the amplifier, so then the amplifier always gets +1, but also grav recoil. I feel like this is the right one to put it on. Because, like, if we can have a nitrous that never turns off, it's the NOS that never stops, right? Yeah, that's the way. Okay, it's gone mad with power. This thing is still reloading. It kind of feels like Magic the Gathering in which you have, like, tapped cards, almost. It's really interesting. That's got +2. What is this? What is this horrible creature? Heatsink may remove 1 from itself, inflicts a module with... Oh, so we don't want to slow that thing down. Removes all might to deal that much damage to the enemy. Incoming damage by the volcano is transformed into might instead. Okay, so we really, really don't want him to go after the volcano. And we don't want to slow him down anyway. Great. What does this do? Molten exterior? Whenever it takes damage, inflicts a module with fire. Got it. So, is there a way I can ramp this? Looks like the answer is no. Is there a way we can do something with this? We're just gonna
You can
dump
use
that
some
in.
more healing potions to trigger the sensors again.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's the only thing that I think I can do out of this. I'm gonna get 1 plasma out of it because this is free charge. This will charge something up in here. Does this charge first, or does that happen at the end of the turn? At end of turn. There we go. We've got these set up. All right. I think this is pretty good. I get my 2-shot, and I'm just gonna pop him. Because if I hit the other one, he's gonna light my dudes on fire. There we go. And now we've got this whole contraption. I think this one is set up well. What do we have to do with this red? We can just pop the red into there. I've got this. We can sacrifice the 1 here to get 3 damage out of that. It won't kill him, though. Oh, wait, maybe it will because of the NOS. I think this kills, actually. Yes. I think this kills without amp because this is 2. It will get +2 turbo on it because of nitrous, so that'll be 4, and that'll do 4 damage to this guy.
The turbo's only after it's already shot.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'm gonna amp that one then. Crack that. Done. Make a potion. Boost that. Eat that potion. Into that. Ramps it up. Kill it. Hey. Alright. That was a hell of a turn. That worked out great.
Yeah, really nice.
This guy does not have the good combos, right? He's having trouble. Oh, this thing is overheated forever. Yeah, it's been overloaded for a while. Isn't that the second turn it's been like that?
Oh, you can use it all the time. The cloud thing just means that it has the recoil on it.
Oh, I thought it was overheated. Oh, I'm dumb. That's funny. Yeah, I was under the impression that the cloud meant that it was, like, cooling down, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's true. It's a bit of a mid VFX.
There we go. And this is on fire. Let's just... Nope, let's not do that. We'll break it. That'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, this is a win. And I'll get in the gold slot. Trash can back that. I honestly feel like Slopper Jackson has the insane combo right now. Okay, chat. We have 3 new modules. Splitter transmits 1 energy to the right output jack, transmits the remaining energy to the left output jack, so we can actually split off. Pass-through vacuumizer applies gravity vacuum to target pass-through module on this rack, which makes our character go faster. Cure sensor generates 1 energy whenever healing. So we get a splitter or the ability to rewind and go faster. So how's it been for you working as a solo developer? And you're working with contractors, you said, but mostly solo.
Yeah, I mean it's a way of life, unfortunately, right? I mean it's super demanding. I have an easy time doing it because I used to work alone, basically also before I did the game. So I have a lot of experience in like, you know, making my own schedule and making sure that I do breaks and stuff. But it's been like 6 years of development and I think like 3-4 full time now. So yeah, it's a grind from time to time, right? So you really need to make sure that you are taking breaks, stepping away from the game, seeing enough sunlight, having a big social circle as well to kind of balance it out. Otherwise, you're burning out, and then maybe you even risk your health and the health of the game. So yeah, it's not easy from time to time.
Yeah, no, I understand that completely, man. Like it's really tough a lot of the times, and I think some people don't realize, you know, and it's even scarier too, because like you're making something on your own, you may not realize that people like it or not. I'm glad that you were able to find a community to rally around you, because that's not something every dev gets, you know, and it's a tough thing, but you did, and that's freaking awesome, and I think you made something really cool here. So you've got a lot to be proud of, legitimately so.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, it's been like an insane amount of work, obviously. And yeah, it's cool to see that it really moves people, you know, and that some people, like from the very beginning, I had people say that, wow, this idea brings a lot together from what they love, you know, for example, also the art style, which is a bit nostalgic. Like for me, it's just like old school Final Fantasy looking, you know, and growing up with like Super Nintendo JRPGs, obviously it's a take on that, and then also the modular thing, which is like a hobby of mine. And yeah, just making like a tactics game like this. I mean, for me, it's a bit like Into the Breach or something, you know, with the tactics, but you don't have a board, you have this timeline as a tactics field. So there's a lot of things that are similar to some games, but then it's kind of fresh. And yeah, I'd rather make something completely weird than making a variant of a game that already exists. This is just my approach. And I think this also helps with visibility, you know, on social media or something. If you have something that just stands out because it's a bit weird, It's much easier than telling people, hey, this is like Hades 2, but it's actually like this, you know? So I can recommend this a lot, this approach of just going for some weird niche thing.
That makes sense. So whenever this module gets energy, that ramps up turbo each turn. And that worked with... Where'd the NOS go? Did I click the wrong thing?
Maybe you can reset the combat if you want. You can like save and load and go back to the combat if it happened this time.
No, I will eat my failure. That's so funny. I thought I was paying attention to you and I clicked the green and I was like, yeah, green bottle. Wrong green bottle. Oh man, that's so funny. What are you gonna do? That is hilarious. Absolutely owned. Owned myself. Oh man. That should ramp this. I'm gonna take this and do something with it. Heal myself. There we go. Pop that. I love the monster design of this as well. Because you've made something that you have to solve using all this machinery the whole time. Like, the fire that they're doing to me is terrifying.
And the monsters are quite smart already in that, like, with the volcano, you know, they really play around it. They know where the volcano is. They will try to push you in the volcano. They will save their friends from, like, not ending up in the volcano. So there's, like, some sort of projection going on in the background. And then also when they target modules, they will try to make a decision which module they will target with their crust, you know, to really... Because if you're a smart player, the enemies have to be equally smart. Otherwise, it's, like, it's imbalanced.
It's not very
so
fun
I really
way.
have to, yeah.
No, I super agree. I think that's one of the most difficult things is make sure that you are building it in a way that feels right, you know? Because, like, you're just going to run into these problems where you give the player all these tools, and if you don't give the monsters equal amounts of tools, it's just not challenging anymore. But this definitely is, and it feels like it just keeps trying to kick my ass, which is hilarious.
Like right now, you don't even need to activate this debris thing. You can just trash compact it.
Oh, I could trash compact it. You're totally right about that.
Or you shower it, which is also, it's also a way. So you have 3 different ways to solve the same issue right now, which is, I think, is a cute design.
Yeah, I like that. That's actually even better. There we go. Do that.
So maybe, yeah, exactly, slowing down the boss or giving it vulnerability or something.
Yeah, what can I do with this? I think vulnerability might be the better option here. I don't think we need to do a slow. Actually, no, doing a slow would put him behind him. I'm going to do that. Slow him down. And that will activate my Chronos when I do that. Makes another exploding potion. We're going to eat that. I love that I can trash compact the debris that the monster put on me as well. I think that's fantastic. The idea of being able to do that is quite cool. I love that.
Yeah, it's always good with like axes in game design that you can like solve it from two different angles, right? And there's also another one. For example, you could give it crust. Remember this crust generator you got offered in the beginning? Like you could also encrust it, and then it wouldn't hurt you, or you can put it on cooldown or something. So there's like many ways to sort of like put debuffs on a module to save yourself.
I also love that I have to think about how much energy am I converting into plasma for my meta progression between rounds. You know, like that is actually a thing that I'm constantly thinking of like, am I routing this power in a way that makes sense? You know, is it being used correctly? I think I can just make the debris not on fire. Let's find out. Pop that one. Wait, it got turboed? I have turbo debris. Hell yeah. Love to see it. Oh god, he almost died. Okay, we got a +3 on this. I can do... We need him not to be on the storm. That's the mistake right there. Maybe we'll slow him down. If I slow myself down, I won't be on the storm turn anymore.
Because then you will be on the volcano.
Would it go by 2? I think we go by 2. Wouldn't it be like 1, 2 there? Or will I be on the volcano?
Yeah, I think it would be on the volcano in this one. So you can not activate the generator... which it has this exhaustion property. So if you don't activate it, you will end up on a different time step.
On this one?
Yeah, like the generator is the one with the 2 outputs, right? If you just don't activate it,
yeah, you're right.
You will be.
Yeah, because it has exhaustion on it. That works. We could pop this there then.
Yeah, I think that's
because he's got to heal himself. Otherwise, he's gonna die. And then I'll trash compact this one, and that'll do the damage there. Does this thing have? Okay, it doesn't have any armor. Wait, it's got grav armor. Inflict the attacker with +1. Okay, so that'll just move him forward by 1. We still won't be on the the storm. That'll be fun. I love the timeline system for this. It complicates it even further. That's a big heal. Rush that one out. Ramp that. Big damn. And he gets to go again. All right, so this one, if I do that, he'll be on the storm in there, unless I ramp myself. I need to do... Actually, I need to do this. We're going to do that, push him there, which is going to activate this, because it's a chrono sensor. And then I will do probably Probably do that one. Heal myself, so that way I can get him back up, because he's going to take a little bit of damage. This should be fine. And then we'll take one of these and pop him. By doing that, chrono sensor goes off, heals himself, trash compact the bat, that to charge this up and do 5 damage. Kaboom! And that moves him out of the storm. But he's in the storm. Feels bad. Okay, you. That's on cooldown. This sucks. These get destroyed at the end of the round, though, so that's fine. We can do this energy into there. Wait, rank impossible. Okay, this energy into there. This energy into this. This is going to be a stall. That has to be a stall turn. I can't see a way to get that to work. Heal him. And we got ads. It's funny, like, these go off every 30 minutes, but it feels like it's going really fast because I'm having a blast playing your game, dude.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, I think you're doing extremely well. I mean, I follow a lot of streams, and some people really struggle, but I think you're clicking with it quite well, which is great to see. Yeah, so everybody in chat is invited to check out the demo.
Yeah, let me link this out to chat.
Streams of the game. There's like so many combos in the game. Like, as I said, 11 characters, 170 modules. You can play crust combo. You can play, there's like the rubber ducky combo. There's all kinds of weird stuff in it. So yeah, it has a lot of gameplay in it.
Yeah, I've actually had it pinned up in the channel the whole time, so I'm hoping more people check this out, because it's actually really goddamn cool, dude. Like, the combos here are awesome. You have it up for only $16 too. That's really not bad. Oh, and you have it in a, you have it in a bundle. Like,
sometimes it goes on sale for like 50% or something. So yeah, if you will get the email.
Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing from the trailer you have so many different characters in there. That's wild.
The fan favorite is one character which generates energy if you destroy modules. So in your case, this sort of whole trash compaction would then actually give you extra energy, you know, to make more modules, to destroy more. So you loop like this. Yeah, it's fun. And every axis of game design is really sort of like thought through, you know. Like, there's no debuff without some combo that relates to it.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, no, this is, honestly, I think that you've done a really fantastic job. I think that the longer that I play this, the more deep that it gets more and more complicated, but it's complicated in a way that I find is fun, right? Like, there's nothing that feels overwhelming, I guess, to me as a player, and it feels constantly oppressive in terms of the difficulty, kind of like Darkest Dungeon would. We are constantly fighting against whatever the hell the monster is doing. Like, the fire on this, you're literally putting out fires, but you're also trying to find ways to adapt to the scenario that the enemy has put in. And it looks like in this one, the storm is getting more and more frequent as we go as well, because now it's doing 1 every 2 like this. And
exactly,
that volcano is going off. So it's like everything is ramping up the longer that it takes, and I have to be as quick as possible. But it's working, technically, right now. Pop that out to one of these. I also like that I'm using resources between different rounds as well to, like, determine, you know, when am I going to be able to do... Let me grab that one there. Like, when am I actually going to be able to move that character, and, like, what resources do I take from this combat to the next combat? Because that's the other thing, too, is, like, I can hold on to these and hold that charge even from one combat to another combat. It's like, what can I do to put myself in the most optimal position at the end of this fight, right? And that's really interesting.
Exactly, and this is why the system punishes you for stalling, because you could be charging up all of your batteries, right? And then... I try to encourage players to try to play as efficient as possible, and punishing them for, okay, wow, this graph is so skewed towards somebody had like 9,000 score, so you can barely see all of the other scores in this graph. Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous.
How did somebody get such a high score? Holy crap, dude. They must have done
always some exploits that people find, infinite recursion combos, batteries with 99 charge that get discharged, or something like this.
It's got to be, because it's based on energy generated. It looks like, yeah, there's no way, dude. Oh, that's very funny. That is really funny, actually. I love that, man. I really do. Oh, Oh. At the end of turn, removes 1 for the owner to apply -1 to an allied character. That's cool. And we've unlocked Kimmy as well. Constructs stronger and stronger battery cells. I'm going to bet that that's the one right there.
That's the one.
And this goes white to white. Infinite replication. On activation, this module will construct a copy of itself. The copy is on cooldown. Will be destroyed after activation. Okay. Inflatable shroom. Removes all grav charge from a target enemy to deal that much damage to them. That almost treats it like poison at that point. Where the slow is almost like a poison mechanic. I like that a lot. That's cool as hell. Now, this is awesome, dude. And you have all these different characters. That's really, really cool.
I mean, we have some more time, right? Or is there going to be a break? Because otherwise you could be unlocking all there is to see with the toggle, and then we could start another one, or we can talk about the game, or I don't know if I can also show some in-progress stuff or some in-engine stuff. I mean,
let's show some
the game for days.
Let's show some in-progress stuff and show that off to the chat and see what you're building for the next stuff. And if you have that toggle, I can open it up and show them all the different characters.
So the toggle is in the settings. So you go back to menu and then you toggle unlock all.
Game settings.
Yeah, it's in the middle tab, data settings.
Data settings. Unlock everything. There we go. Oh, you got a little robot. Plasma storage depleted. Please replace plasma cartridge. Grandpa Slopper's very first creation. Not exactly the most efficient of prototypes. Uses up plasma for attacks and sustain. Prefers to not have anything to do with him. Let's see. Gets incredibly fast by inverting grav charge. Places lightning strikes in the timeline. So you can push and pull the enemy into lightning strikes to make them take damage.
Exactly.
Charges auto turrets to deal damage. Construct blasters and remain a pacifist until you don't. The mecha. Build your own mech with a hangar and camp. Mech is missing modules. Launches strong attacks by breaking crust. Oh, so you can build a crust build. Intentionally inflict yourself with crust, and then break that crust to do bonus damage.
Exactly.
That's cool. I love these different combos, man. Slices aligned monsters.
Basically everything that is in the game needs a character or some sort of combo that revolves around it, right? So if there's plasma, there needs to be a plasma combo. That's just a given. And then it's been a lot of fun to also come up with like the different characters, and like the mechanics. And there's been some tuning also, like sometimes it needs to be shifted around a bit, but I think they're all fun, which is like, they're not for everybody, but they're all fun, and that's cool.
Yeah, no, they are. Like, I honestly, from everything that I'm seeing, even thinking about the different combinations that I already went through, and seeing these other characters, I can see how really interesting this is. Like, I love the idea of being able to make it so that slices aligned monsters with the blade module, and if I paired that up with, say, Jackson, because he can accelerate and decelerate the enemy, so I can align them and then smash them.
Exactly.
And I think that's really interesting right off the bat. Just the idea of being able to combo that. It kind of reminds me of Bollock's Pit, if you've played that one. Like, being able to do the different combinations between the different characters like that, because you're building a team of 2. And I like that a lot. That kind of dynamic is very, very cool. I dig that, man.
And this was really like, it really comes from the back in the days playing Super Nintendo, where you would have like Final Fantasy, or I don't know, like many characters that try to interact with each other, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, with Slay the Spire and the roguelikes or roguelites, people got so used to just playing one character that I think I always like this sort of like combo play, where like an alley-oop type of thing, where one decelerates and then the other one can like whatever implode the charge or something.
Yeah. Kind of like Chrono Trigger had stuff like that. Super Mario RPG had stuff like that. I really dig that. Yeah, 100%. I'm trying to think of like more modern games that have done that, to do that kind of combo between the two.
I mean, I think Darkest Dungeon is like, it was a great example in that. I haven't played it when I started developing it, so it came a bit late for me, but I really like, it's such a classic, I think.
Yeah, Darkest Dungeon is incredibly brutal too. And this feels like you've taken a great deal of time to make sure that it is well balanced in that. It is hard, but it's hard in that way that you have an out if you're paying attention, if you plan ahead, right? And I think that's quite good. So yeah, if you want to show me something that you have in development, what you're working on.
Can I, I mean, I don't know if it's so interesting, but maybe you can just like start another run and see like how far you can go with 2 different characters or something. I don't know. Maybe we see.
We have about 30 minutes before the next game, so I probably won't get through a full run, but I will play one. Stronger and stronger battery cells.
This is a good combo. This is like this will be crazy.
Yeah, we'll do that. Nanoslopper. You're beginning to learn about the mechanics of the
then, the difficulty. So you've been just playing on beginner, so I think you could move up to normal.
Yeah. The bog marshes. Okay, here we go. Twitch's got a vote. Changes the color of a current from blue to green, and does 1 amp. Auto factory merger. On beginning of turn, constructs a universal merger with cracked and applies crust to it. Universal merger.
This would be sick for the crust combo, right?
If we had the crust character.
Modules.
Yeah, if we had a crust character, but we don't. Generates 1 energy whenever another module receives out of order or cooldown. That's sick. Exhaustion. We get our plasma converter. Oh, does she... She's always running turbine.
Exactly. And she wants to not deal damage. So you create the blasters for the other character, which is funny because the other character creates the storage cells. So it will be quite wild, I think.
Universal storage cell with cracked and cooldown. Oh, this is gonna be nuts, dude.
So now with the module pick number 3, you will actually get rewarded for making the one because it comes out with cooldown, so you get 1 energy.
Oh, this is gonna be busted. Does this take 2 and it merges them into 1 current? Okay. I'm really interested in seeing how we can play with this. Okay, so for this, I probably want to... I don't know if I want to build. I think I do want to build.
You want to build.
Yeah, I want to try the build.
But then it wouldn't work like this, exactly, because of the way they activate, so right? The sensor didn't trigger.
Not yet, but it will.
Not yet.
Let's see. Now we build... Apply 1 healing to target player character. That's insane. And we can do a blast through factory here. And this thing has a battery on it, but we don't generate anything yet. Output jack. Okay, so we can do up to there to generate a blaster. Yeah, I think we're going to do that for now. We're going to start building guns. Grandma builds guns.
And then the pacifist thing will reward you for not attacking. So your battery has been charged by 1.
And now we'll pop this. And this thing is...
if you pop it, exactly. So wait, but the sensor in the middle, it will generate if something gets destroyed. The fracture sensor, it's the one with the green output.
Yeah. So this one is now going to pop into a gun. So this will blow up. This will pop into a gun and then shoot the gun off. So we'll get 2 shots.
Yeah.
That's really a cool combo. I like that a lot, man. All right, so now we have a battery on this one. Use that to heal because she's generating onto it. And make another gun. And she generated yet another one. More. And now we can take this.
So now you can ramp. Now you can ramp with the storage cell into the merger, and you can make a battery for 2 if you put it on the other rack again.
Battery for 2?
Yeah. So if you give the battery to the other character, you can also use right click on the module to switch it to the other. And if you put the battery in the merger and the generator in the merger as well, you can basically make a battery for 2 and still shoot.
So like this?
Yeah, and with and powered, yeah, exactly like this.
That makes the most sense. I can see what you're talking about there.
And yeah, exactly. This would be sick.
Boop. And then it'll generate the battery. And then we're going to do... Wait, what are we doing with this? Select module to activate.
Yeah, it senses a conflict there. There's the conflict there, so you need to decide which one you want to shoot first.
And I want to create this one first.
Yeah, exactly.
Make the battery, which causes that to go off. And then that causes that to go off with 2. All right. Because it already had 1 charge on it, we popped another charge because we blew up 2 modules in one turn.
Yes, very well done.
I like that a lot. It's charged with 1 energy at the beginning of the battle. It's a weird one. Whenever generator is activated on this rack, apply +1 to a random enemy. Whoa! I think that's the one right there. Exhaust pipe.
So yeah, there's number 3, to make a case for number 3, it's a bit of a weird one, but it basically prevents the batteries that you create from coming out with cooldown because you can like put the cooldown on another module instead. So you have the energy more readily available. You know, if you, for example, put this plasma ball on the rack, you can basically use the plasma thing as like a buffer for the cooldown. But it's a bit of a weird interaction. But this is also a good pick.
No, it totally worked. I think that's actually really cool. I like the two combinations here of exhaust pipe and cooldown redirection for both of these. I think that's fantastic. Chat is voting, and they've gone with the exhaust pipe. So whenever a generator is activated on this rack, I'm going to take the generators and bring them over. We're always doing a generator on this one, so we'll probably pop that over here. It's not doing damage, so her pacifist keeps going. Yeah. I think this works just fine for now. Will be destroyed after discharge. Does this amp at all? Does not amp. We'll just do that for funsies. A question mark. Place module. Let's eat this battery because it was going to break anyway. Sick. Activation consumes 1 plasma. Oh.
Yeah, but that's great. You can just like ramp. You can get the plasma from another source and just make, get the +1 on the current.
There we go. That'll work. Oh, that was weird. Done. And now it generates plasma every turn and only costs 1 plasma and will ramp each time. So it's an infinite plasma generator now. Done. No longer a problem. Let's do another one of those. What? Constructs a permanent copy of another target non-cracked module on this rack. Really?
This would be cool for like the turbine to basically.
Yeah.
You want to duplicate the turbine.
Can I duplicate that? Is that counted as on the rack? Okay, I'm going to do that. That's a great idea. Yeah, this is looking good. I might do the heal. Oh, wrong color. Actually, I don't even need this thing in the middle. Oh, wait. I want to activate the module duplicator first. We're going to duplicate. Yeah, that. There we go. What a hilarious combo. What an absolutely hilarious combo. I'm actually loving that, dude. Let's see. So this is going to go off. We'll construct a universal storage cell with cracked and cooldown. We'll do fracture sensor here. That's going to fire off. And this is a malfunction sensor. I don't think there's anything we can do with that, but we're going to try it anyway. We're going to activate this, which should construct that. That'll fire this off. Let's shoot the frog. And that'll fire off the second one and kill the frog. That is an awesome combo. You really dig this artwork? Same. And now we get 2 energy from this, which is now going to ramp up again through that. Which we don't actually need to do that. We can just do this. And we can go this to there and to that, because we got to heal. We don't need to build a gun this turn. I think I'm going to make an infinite plasma generator. You realize that. All I have to stall.
0, because you're burning 1 to create 1, so it would be better to put it on Kimmy before the storage.
Isn't this amping
factory
infinitely, or is it not amping infinitely?
So it will activate. It will burn 1 plasma, and then it puts 1 plasma on 1 energy on the current, and then this one creates 1 plasma. So you're netting. You're not netting anything.
Oh, you're right. I thought this was a scale where it just kept scaling up.
Yeah, if it would be 2+2, then you would be right. If you put upgrade on this one, then it would be exactly like you said. But now it's locked for the turn.
Yeah, let's pop that up in there. Let's have her keep generating, and we'll do that into.
And I think it's maybe you want to also like not focus on the plasma too much, because it's not as important, I think, as getting the ultra rare modules. You know, so ending the combat early with like a fat battery is preferable, because then you get the rare loot, which will make you pop off even more.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, it makes sense completely. That thing's on cooldown. I think we're good to go. Make these batteries for now. She should be able to do something here. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get the rare module on this. I don't know the damage output, but that's fine. It's funny, too, because I could sacrifice 1 combat round to stall, generate a ton of plasma, right? Just, like, get 50 plasma or something, and then do the rest of the run where I'm just killing everything. So I feel like that's the one way that I could cheese the system right now, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like a self-balancing thing. So the system is actually working quite well, because if you end up in the bronze loot, you know, so if you're already in the storm and you've been stalling, it will correct the time for the next combat. You know, how long you have for the gold, etc. So it's like it makes sure that you never end up in an upward spiral or a downward spiral. It will always try to put you in a corridor. So it's been working quite well, actually.
That's actually really interesting. I didn't realize it would do it that way. I dig that. Yeah, it seems like you've thought about quite a lot of different things. Well, we are almost at time while I'm showing this stuff off, but I'm interested if you could give any advice to any developers out there, people who are just starting out, what would it be?
I mean, my main thing is that I tell people that I think coming up with something fresh and something unheard of and something a bit outrageous is always better than trying to one-up something that already exists. I think if you have this sort of like standard, like for example with this game, right? If you want to play a game with wires, you don't have so many options. So if you see this, maybe you see a tweet of mine or you see this on Reddit, you have to get this one because there's nothing like it, you know? And if I'm making like a Vampire Survivors thing, there's a lot of competition and a lot of things. So I think coming up with something fresh and unique is always the best choice to stand out as completely. An indie guy.
No, I completely agree with you. Yeah, no, this is starting to ramp into a crazy combo. Like, absolutely absurd. It's funny, too, because it's a very different way to play than the last characters. Another battery. Even more batteries. More batteries. Well, with that being said, is there anything else you'd want to leave chat with?
I mean, the usual thing of play the demo, check it out. Grab it if it's on sale. Yeah, I mean, the game is 93% positive or something. People are really liking it. If you're creative, you're super welcome in the Discord community to follow the development and get yourself involved, maybe with some beta testing or something, or just like follow me as on my studio page. There's gonna be more stuff with more wires, you know, coming in the future. So that's the thing.
No, I think that's awesome, dude. Like this is something I'm actually going to play long after this. I think you've done a really fantastic job, and I can't wait to see where you take this. I'd love to just keep up on development and see the stuff that you're doing because this is, I don't know, it feels unique. It feels familiar in that you are creating like insane giga combos, very, you know, impossible machine sort of a feeling to it, almost a little bit of backpack battles to it, but it feels unique and it's standing on its own in the space that is familiar, which is cool. And not really what you would expect. Yeah. Chat wants more batteries. Hell yeah, batteries. Yeah, no, you've done a really good job with this, man. Really, really have. I think it feels awesome. And that's one of the hardest things to get right, you know? I wonder if I could just keep duplicating as many generators as possible. I love that they have this backpack pouch, too. I wonder if I could put things up there. No, I can't do it on that one. But I dig that. More batteries. Even more batteries. And did she make a gun yet? No, she didn't make a gun. I'm going to run into this point where I'm not doing enough damage, though. It's going to get rough in a minute here. Making a million guns. It's fine. That is an awesome combo. Because now I can get the first character to make a 2-pack battery each time. Oh! She's going to die. That one's stuck on here. I don't know if it's going to work. Activate that. That's a 2. That'll kill that thing off. Here we go. Boss spores. We're going to find out. I love that I can do that, and I also love that when she does the healing, she pulls out her shotgun, by the way. Nana's got a shotgun in there, dude. Actually terrifying. Oh, it is an infinitely scaling battery, isn't it? It is an infinitely scaling battery. Yeah, Granny didn't come to play around, that's true. Well, with that in mind, we do have to get ready for the next game, but I want to thank you very, very much for coming on, and I really dig what you're making here, man. And if you guys have not seen it yet, it is pinned in all of the chats right now. This game is called Rogue Voltage, and it is incredibly tactical, really, really fun, with a lot of awesome combinations here. So definitely check it out. There's also a demo, so if you're on the fence about it, you don't know if you're going to enjoy it, go check out the demo, play it, because...
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, yeah,
and thanks
absolutely.
for organizing the showcase. I mean, this is a lot of fun, and I'm sure there's going to be like amazing games throughout the month.
Yeah, I'm going to be real with you, dude. This is one hell of a game to start the entire showcase off. This is really goddamn cool. So, hell yeah, man. Awesome job. Really, really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. It was nice meeting you, and I will talk to you later, dude.
See you. Bye-bye. Thanks so much. Have a great day, chat.
Yeah, see you around. This game is so cool. Yeah, the game is so cool. 100%. I love the combos on this. Like, really, really love the combos on this. It starts to feel... It's like controlled chaos. Yeah, no, very cool game. Really, really cool combinations. I think the thing that really gets me about it is, like, you start thinking about all the insane combinations. Like if I play something like Slay the Spire, right? There's crazy combinations you can do with that, but this feels like it's almost more than that, you know? Like, more combinations, even. Yeah, it gets crazier and more satisfying, exactly. And then you have the different characters that play differently together, like the idea of having Nana Slopper and then having, you know, the turbines running and generating for that is just very fascinating. Did an awesome job. Really, really cool, man. This is something I'm going to be playing probably on my Steam Deck off stream when I'm supposed to be sleeping, right? Oh my god. That's exactly what's going to happen.